bw'oba oyasimula oba ng'onyiza eminyira. Weewale okusemberera omuntu akolola oba anyiza. Tusaanye okuba abeegendereza kubanga engalo zaffe zikwata mu bifo bingi. Kya makulu nnyo weewale okukwata mu maaso go. Bw'oba olina obuzibu mu kussa, ekifuba oba ssenyiga, ddukirawo mangu mu ddwaliro erikuli okumpi. So ng'ate era bw'oba olina omulwadde ow'obubonero bwa coronavirus gw'ojjanjaba, yambala mask, gloves wamu ne ovolo. Fuuyira n'eddagala ebifo ebitera okukwatibwako ennyo ng'enzigi, amadirisa, eminyolo gy'enzigi, egy'emmotoka ssaako n'ebifo ebirala. N'olw'ensonga eyo tusaanye okuba abeegendereza nga tugoberera ebyo ebitugambiddwa waggulu. Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangaale.
BBS Terefayina eyaffe.
Somera mu ddiiro lyo ng'ewagiddwa. Maryland High School erisangibwa Entebbe. Ssomero ly'abawala n'abalenzi. Tusomesa arts ne sciences okuviira ddala ku siniya esooka okutuukira ddala ku siniya ey'omukaaga nga lisangibwa mu kifo ekiweweevu obulungi. Tulina ebisuula eby'omulembe, science laboratory ssaako ne computer lab wamu ne.
She gives you her number, but your pen didn't work and the bus is gone. Get a pen you can rely on. Bic Crystal, the long-lasting pen with perfect ink flow.
Wamune.
Green Hill Academy has high standards of learning and the teachers are very good. They give you a sense of belonging.
Green Hill has helped me to discover my talent.
The environment is good.
Encouraged us children to be excellent.
Wamune.
Kids Kingdom Kindergarten and Daycare. Somero ly'abaana bato. Omuzadde leeta omwana ogenda okola ebibyo. Ebyokuzannyisa by'abaana byonna mu nsi tubirina. Ate ng'abaana we bazannyira wagazi nnyo. Jjukira security enka. Amasomero gonna gali mu kikomera. Abasomesa be tulina bakugu mu baana. Abaana tubaliisa bulungi nnyo munnange. Tulina main campus e Buddo Naggalabi nga bwakayisa Buddo Junior.
Okay, nga bwe mbategeezezza wali nti tukomawo tugenda mu ssomero mu ddiiro lyo nkwaniriza kati tuvudde muzuukuka kati tuyingidde mu ssomero mu ddiiro lyo bannaffe aba Maryland High School wali Entebbe be tutambula nabo buli lunaku okutuusaako ate ebyenjawulo mu ssomero mu ddiiro lyo. Ssomero lya mulembe nnyo, balina ebisuula ebirungi ddala, n'olwekyo tuukayo bakyalireko obeere ng'ate nawe weerabirako. Green Hill Schools amasomero ago okuva ku primary okutuuka ku secondary. Green Hill Academy nago masomero malungi nnyo bw'otwalayo omwana wo tugenda kubanga wejjusa. Big Pen ye pen gy'olina okuba nga okozesa olunaku olwaleero ku katale ekutta kati yeya Big Crystal Pen. N'olwekyo bw'ogenda mu dduuka yonna saba Big Crystal Pen ejja kuba nga ate ekkolera bulungi nnyo ddala ddala. Amasomero aga Gombe Education Services okuviira ddala ku ga nursery okutuuka ku secondary nago masomero malungi nnyo era ga mulembe. Tuukayo obeere ng'ate omanya ebisingawo ebibakwatako. Kids Kingdom Schools gano go amasomero ga daycare ne kindergarten wali e Naggalabi Buddo ate na wali e Namugongo. N'olwekyo gwe omuzadde anoonya daycare ennungi ennyo eddukanyizibwa abantu abalina obumanyirivu era abaagala abaana bagenda okukuumira obulungi ennyo abaana. Tuukira bannaffe aba Kids Kingdom Schools wali e Naggalabi Buddo ate na wali e Namugongo. Bannaffe abankumba University ey'omulembe ennyo etendeka obulungi omuyizi n'afuluma ng'ekyamazima bamuyaayanira katale k'ensi yonna. Basangibwa wali enkumba awo ku luguudo olw'Entebbe. Nabo tutambula nabo wano mu ssomero mu ddiiro lyo buli lunaku. Kale nga bwe nakutegeezezza tugenda mu mathematics P7 oba primary. N'olwekyo mutuule mu ddiiro bulungi ddala mwekkaanya ensonga zino. Kankutwalewo omusomesa.
Thank you so much, my dear Mr. Katumba Gerard. I'm very delighted for this opportunity. Our dear viewers, I love you wholeheartedly. Thank you so much for loving and enjoying mathematics. I received the responses, very nice responses. In relation to the assignment, I left even a P4 child had to write nicely, systematically, well-organized work. I really hug you all. Thank you so much. It was really good work. Right now, if there is someone who has not tuned to BBS TV, our telefiner, please, it's the highest time. You give him or her a call and tell him or her, please tune to the headquarters of knowledge, BBS TV, right now. The small assignment I left you with is what to begin with. Without wasting time, our number one is there. We are going to use the shortest time possible to see that we cover a lot within a little period of time, as long as you pick the point. Number one was change 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 base 2 to denary. Denary is another name to mean base 10. We can also call it decimal base. So some of you called me asking me, teacher, what is denary? Please, it seems you were not attentive. My learners are always attentive, and that is why they don't even doze in the class. I know that the current MOPs of tomorrow, when you go to Parliament, you will never doze. I want you to be a person with the ideas. So sit attentively, pick each and everything I try to hint on. So denary is another name for base 10. We can call it denary, decimal, or base 10. We are changing this number to denary. First step is to give each digit a place value. So according to our number here, 0 here is in the place of ones. We normally give place values starting from the right, coming to the left. As long as they are whole numbers. We are dealing with the topic of whole numbers. Now this is the base 2. Our digit here is in the place of ones. We want to change it to base 10. Whenever we are changing to base 10, the first step or the easiest method you can use is to give each digit a place value. And from there, you will expand your number using place values. Then you will find the value of each digit. Hence, you will change your number to base 10. So 0 is in the place of ones. The next digit is in the place of twos. I'll write twos. Then the next one should be in group or in the place value of twos. Ones, twos, two twos. Obviously, the next will be in the place value of twos. Twos. Place values end with S. Twos. Then the other one, the last digit we had here, is now going to be in the place value of 2 2's. Now the last one is the one which must have an S. Very many people did that. 1's, 2's, 2 2's, 2 2 2's, 2 2 2 2's. Then from there, we multiply every digit by its place value. When we multiply every digit by its place value, we are expanding using place values. And what come out will be the value of that digit. So we shall begin from the left, going to the right. Our first digit here is 1 multiplied by 2 2 2 2's. You are going to multiply these 2's over there. How many times? 1 2 3 4. So it will be 1 times 2. I'll write the figures, not the words. Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I must be very careful so that I don't miss out any other 2. So it is 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I bracket them because I want to get the value of this first. Here, you will now add on. Plus, now this is again 1 times, I must multiply it 2 how many times? These are going to be 3 times. It will be 2 times 2 times 2. I bracket that. Thereafter, I have plus, I have to add on. Now, it is now 1 times 2 times 2. You must be very sure of what you are going to write so that you don't mess up. Thereafter, we shall have plus. We are now on our last one here. There were 4 ones here. So it is now 1. Our space is not going to be enough. Allow me. Let me continue on the right so that things become clearer. So it will be now plus, I shouldn't forget where I was. It is now plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 1. I've multiplied every digit by its place value. So when they tell you expand this number using place values, that is enough. Multiply every digit by its place value. So what's the next here? I will now have, when I multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, some of you failed it. Why? You got 8. I don't know, maybe you added. Always be sober. Whenever you are doing anything, put all your concentration on that number so that you don't miss a mark. Here, it is now 1 times 2 is 2. Times 2, 4. Times 2, 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And therefore, the value of now 1 is going to be 16. After whenever you multiply a digit by its place value, what you get is the value of that digit. Our last number there, number 4, I asked you to find the value of 1. Some of you failed. You were giving me place values. You were writing 2 2's, which was wrong. So I've multiplied the digit by its place value. I've got the value of it. So it is 16. Plus 1 times 2 becomes 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Times 2, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus now 8. Plus 1 times 2 is 2. What I've got again, I multiply it by 2 and I get 4. plus 1 times 2 is 2 plus 0 times 1 is 0. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. I now add 16 plus 8. You can add from a side D. I will get 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. 30 plus 0 is 30. My final answer is going to be 30. Now, I can even say this one is equal to 30. Can even put here equal signs and say this one gives me 30. Now, I told you last time that any number without a base is in base 10. Any number without a base is in base 10. Last time I told you we have advantages of base 10. We normally use base 10 in counting in our daily illustrations. Even counting money. That's why we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10, like that, without putting the word base there. Now, if you write a number without a base, just know that number is in base 10. But when it's in a different base, you must indicate that it is base 2, base 3, as long as it's not in base 10. But whenever you leave it without a base, everybody is aware that that number is in base 10. That's why the year 2020, we normally write it without putting base 10. When we are counting money, we don't say, this is now 10,000 base 10. No, we just say this is 10,000 shillings, full stop. We know we are counting in base 10. Now, when you write 30, you can either put base, you can show that this 30 is in base 10 by putting it there. It is not a mistake. But when you leave it there, when you leave without putting it, it is also correct. But when you put it there, mind about how you read it. You have just shown that this 30 is in base 10. Even if you don't have put base 10 there, it would have been base 10. But when you are reading, most of you were calling me and saying, teacher, number 1, the answer is 30 base 10. No. Show people that you started from the headquarters of knowledge. When you are reading, not boys' quarters, please. You started from the headquarters of knowledge, BBS. Read it as 30. Don't pronounce base. Or, if you want, you can read this at 30 base 10. But not 30 base 10. Be a person with a difference. It is 30. Even if the base is there, leave it silent. That's why we say, this is 2020 or 2020. We don't say 2020 base 10. No. It is just 30. Enough. Even if the base 10 is there, don't read it. It shows that it's in base 10. Even if you would have left it there, it will still remain base 10. Let me hope I'm very clear. So our final answer there is 30. So we have changed from binary or base 2 to denary, which is base 10. So if you put there 10, very correct. If you didn't put, you are wonderful. It is the best. Without wasting time, let's look at number 2 due to time. Maybe there are some who use the expanding using powers. Allow me hint on it very fast. Those who didn't use place values use the powers. Another word, we can use exponents to mean powers or indices. So allow me just expand it very fast. Perhaps allow me write it here. When you're making corrections, you can even make corrections later, as long as you have understood the point. I want to erase this so that, okay, let me use this space to show 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 is in base 2. Now, those who use the powers, For me, I preferred expanding using place values when I'm changing it to base 10. But you can as well use powers or indices. Another word for indices, you can call it exponents. So you are going to expand this number using powers of 2. Use the base which is given there. Someone use the base 10 to expand. Please, this number is in base 2. So you can give it as, this is 2, not to forget the base. Power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power now 2, 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 4. Some people did that. I don't know whether it will be very clear. Let me make it clearer so that you don't miss out. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, base 2. So this is, let me separate, I do my boxes. So that I can give them powers. This is now 2 raised to power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 raised to power 3, then 2 raised to power 4. From there, you expand your number. There are others who don't put this 2 here. They just say 0, 1, 2, 3. In fact, they just write the number and they put, instead of saying 2 power 0, 2 power 1, they just say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they expand. Well, it is okay, as long as you don't mess up in any point. So I will now multiply the digit by its power there, or by the given base, giving it its power. Now, here I will have now 1 times 2 raised to power 4. Now, another point you must take note of. The exponent should be on the top of the base, but on the right, slightly on the right. Don't write it as 2, then you put 4 on top like that. No. The exponent should be slightly on the right of the base. Okay? Slightly on top, but on the right of the base. In that way, I've written it slightly on the top. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 3. Check where it is. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 2. Plus, I need to be very keen. 1 times now 2 raised to power 1. Plus 0 times 2 raised to power 0. I've expanded my number using exponents or indices or powers. From there, having written my number here using exponents, I can now expand it. Now the next step is, you find that they are like place values. 1 times now 2 raised to power 4 means you multiply the base 4 times. The exponent is the number of times you are supposed to multiply the base. This power here, this 4, the exponent or the index is the number of times you are supposed to multiply the base. How many times are we supposed to multiply this 2? 4 times. I multiply now 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I've multiplied my 2 4 times. Plus 1 times, how many times am I supposed to multiply this 2? I'm supposed to multiply this 2 3 times. The exponent there is the number of times you're supposed to multiply the base. So it is now 2 times 2 times 2 plus 1 times 2 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus now 0 times 1. The number raised to power 0 is 1. apart from a 0. Of course, even 0 is not a base. Now, from there, you have expanded your number. But you first use the exponents here. Now you realize that this second step here is equivalent to our second step here. Whatever you will get will be the same. I rubbed off. So, another point you must take note is people mess up here, where, most especially when they are using exponents. They put the brackets, then they put the exponent out. That is another mess. Someone writes 1 times 2 brackets, then he puts exponent out. That is a very big mess. That is why sometimes I prefer this to reduce on unnecessary mistakes. So if you have expanded using exponents, take note of that. The exponent should be slightly on top of the base only, the base only. So that is that. So whatever you will get, this will be 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0. And your final answer will be 30 in base 10. It will be 30 in base 10. So when you are reading, you can read this as just 30. Or if you want to put, you can put it there. But when you are reading, say 30. Or you can say 30 base 10 is not a crime. If it's base 10, why do I say don't say 30 base 10? Now when you have got, if you have 10, will you say 10 base 10? Now this will be 10 base 10. That's why I just said 10. Meaning it is only 1 tens. 0 ones, 1 tens. 1s, tens. That's why you just say 10, 30. If you want that, it's like 3, 0, base 10. Be a person with a difference. Number 2. That is all. Number 2, you will allow me a little bit be faster due to time. Now, our number 2 is very easy. Very easy. Number 2 is saying change 23 to binary. 23 to binary. 23 to binary. Or you can say 23 base 10. To binary. Binary is base 2. We looked at names of bases. Binary base 2. We talked of ternary, that was base 3. Base 4, we said it is quaternary. Base 5, quinary. Base 6, senary. Base 7, septenary. Base 8, octonary or octo. That is base 8. Base 9, nonary. Base 10, we can call it decimal, denary, or base 10. Then base 11, we can call it an denary. An denary. Base 12, it is decimal. So all those bases. There is someone who asked me a question. Teacher, what are the digits for base 12? Please, the digits for base 12, maybe to answer verbally before I answer this. Base 12 uses 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, don't say 10 to be 10. We write a letter T. Then 11, you write a letter E. Those are the digits for base 12. You don't go to base 12 itself, of course. So for 10, you shall write T. Then for 11, don't write 1, 1, because already we shall have 1. It will be 1. It will be E for 11. Let me hope I've answered you. Thank you. Now, let's change from base 10 to binary. Whenever a number is in base 10, Very simple. To change it to any other base, we just divide D. Full stop. I'll write my bones never wrote. Already my number is in base 10. I'll write the number in base 10. B stands for the base. You are changing 2. N stands for the number which is in base 10. Which is in base 10. Don't put here a number which is in a different base. Let me hint on that. Then R stands for the remainders. That's why I said the bones never wrote. You can form any other mnemonic. But put now here you are 23. We are changing it to binary. That is base 2. We shall be dividing by base 2. 23 divided by 2. My final answer will be, let me write here. 23 divided by 2 is, I'll write here the answer. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 divided by 2 is also 1. I remain with 1. That remainder is written there. After dividing 23 by 2, I got 11. The remainder is there. I continue dividing by the base, which is 2. 11 divided by 2 is 5. I remain with 1. I continue. By 2, it is very important to draw these ladders. Some people miss out these ladders. Let me use my short rule. 5 divided by 2 is 2. Very well. I remain with 1. I continue dividing. Still by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. I remain with nothing. 2 divided by 2. My final answer is 1. What's the remainder? Nothing. Right there, 0. Remain with 0. I continue dividing by 2. So that here I must get a 0. Now, when you get 1 divided by 2, don't say it is a half. Here we deal with remainders. 1 divided by 2. 1 is less than 2. No. If I have 1 orange and have 2 children, don't give out your orange. How will they share? They may not share equally. What you do, let everybody receive nothing, remain with your 1. Then from there, you move from the bottom to the top. There is someone who moved from the top again coming down. From the last remainder I have recorded, you move up like that. So you record your final answer as, this is 23. It is in base 10. Or you can say 23 is equal to 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Don't forget to put the base you have changed it to. Underline. That is your final answer. Let me hope I've got it right. You know, I'm also just working out. I can mess up somewhere, but I try to be a little bit keener so that I don't misfire. If I make a mistake, you will correct me. I'll be very grateful. Now, good enough, you know everything. You know, we teach people how to fish for themselves. Now, not giving you fish. I think it is finished. You will allow me rush to number 3. This one is finished. 23 is equal to 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, base 2. Allow me, okay, let me write here. Our number 4. Number 4, what base 2 number has been expanded to give that. To give, let me write it 1 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. There is someone who just picked 1, picked these digits that were expanded. 0, 1. Then he wrote, he saw they were multiplying by 2 and he wrote their base 2. Say, it is very correct. No, that method, the answer could have been right, but use the right steps, because you will get a number like the example I gave you. If you were to pick like that, you may not have got the right answer. So please, they are multiplying 1 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. So we shall again expand more. They expanded for us using exponents or indices. You can call them powers. So please continue to expand to get the value of each digit here. 1 times 2 times 2. I multiplied these 2 times. Plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 is just 2. Plus 1 times, a number raised to power 0 is 1. Now, here I will have my 4 plus 0 times 2 is 0 plus 1 times 1 is 1. Someone shouldn't say, teacher, you are very fast. We are just doing corrections of what you must have done. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now our number is in base 10. This 5 is in base 10. We have added the value of every digit. When I add the value of every digit, the answer you get is in base 10. So you can indicate that that 5 is in base 10, or it's just 5. Now, they said what base 2 number? Sincerely, this 5 is not the one which was expanded. Check. It is not. The number which was expanded, if you are very careful, you realize that it was in base 2. That's why they were multiplying by the base. Whenever you're expanding any number, you multiply by its base. Okay, so I will have to change my 5 to base 2. So this is 5. Let me write my method. Bones never wrote. Okay. Bones never wrote. I want to arrange my numbers well. Here I put the number which is in base 10. That is 5. Then here, which base? It was base 2. I divide by 2. So 5 divided by 2. My answer will be 2. Is there any remainder? Yes. I remain with 1. Still, I divide my 2 by 2. I get 1. I remain with nothing. 2 divided by 2 is 1. The answer is put here. Remainder there. I continue so that there are some who normally end here. When they say that the answer they have got here is less than the base, they move like that. And they say 1, 0, 1. Then they say base. It was in base 2. Okay, well and good. But since I have a column for remainder, I can go up to 0. So I continue dividing by 2. When I divide by 1 by 2, it will be nothing. I remain with my 1. Then from there, I'll write it as 1, 0, 1, base 2. That is my number which was expanded. That is my base 2 number which was expanded. Always be keen there. Members, without wasting time, you will allow me summarize with the first number on the assignment so that we can look at something new. If you are copying, it's very tricky. When I'm explaining, I don't want people to copy. What you do, understand. so that tomorrow you will help someone to explain. Someone who may not understand that, you will be in position to explain to that person. Our last number, 100 base 2. The question is, find the value of 1 in the number. Value of 1. Whenever you want to find the value of any digit, you multiply that digit by its place value, full stop. The answer you get will be the value of that digit. So I can say the value of 1. Let me give place values of each digit. I can say this is 1s. This next is in the place of 2s. Then this one is in the place of 2 2s. When you're drawing this line, members, or my viewers, you can use a ruler so that you look very systematic. Due to time, allow me now find the value. Some people who just said in fact, you changed even the question saying the place value of 1 is 2 2s. No, I never wanted place value. I wanted the value of 1. So value of 1 will be now get 1 multiplied by 2 times 2. So 1 times 2 times 2 you will get 4. That is enough. It is now in base 10. That number is in base 10. That is what I wanted. Whenever you want the value of any digit, multiply that digit by its place value. What you get is the value of that digit. And it is now in base 10. It is finished. Our correction is done. You can have a minute to just glance. Okay. What we have done, and we look at today's work. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Allow us to look at today's work due to time. My dear viewers, we are supposed now to convert from other bases to base 10 and vice versa. That is what I want us to see, that we summarize. Last time we were changing from base to base 10, then back from base 10 to base 2. Let's also look at other bases. Remember what we did, we squeezed around 5 lessons. We're supposed to look at these 5 times, but I could not come 5 times to teach all these. But through that technique, we have summarized about 5 lessons. Allow us look at now converting from other bases to base 10, then vice versa. Converting is another word for changing. You can say change or changing from other bases to base 10. Base 10 and vice versa. Vice versa. My dear viewers, allow me not to waste any more minute. We have looked at corrections. This time let's have any number which is not in base 2. We can look at any number in base 3, a number in base 4, a number in base 5, a number in base 6, 7, 8. Then we change it to base 10. Now from here, I'm going to form my number as you can form yours also. Then you change it to base 10. But when you are form a number which is not beyond 5 digits. Let me form any number. Maybe can form a number in base 5. Now when you're forming a number in base 5, you make sure the digits don't go beyond 5. The digits in base 5 are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you form your digits, then you change them to base 10. After changing them to base 10, can you also try to change them back to the base in which it was? And you see whether you'll get the same answer. Let me form mine. Change or convert. I can say maybe 1, 2, maybe I put a 4. Now this one I can put base 5. Even if you put here base 3, it will be okay. Then you change it to base 10. What am I meaning? I want you to learn how to form your own questions and solve them during your free time. So, from change this to denary or decimal. That is base 10. Without wasting time, I will expand my number, maybe using place values. Pick out my number, 1, 2, 4, base 5. It is in base 5. I can give it my place values. This is ones. Everybody knows how to give place values. Then the next one here is going to be 5s. We are now grouping in 5s. It is base 5. We're grouping in 2s. That's why we're having 1s, 2s, 2 2s, 2 2 2s, like that. But when you are in grouping base 5, we are now having 1s, 5s, 5 5s, 5 5 5s, like that. If you are grouping in base 6, it will be 1s, 6s, 6 6s, 6 6 6s, like that. If it is 7s, you continue like that. In brief. So 1s, 5s. Now this digit is going to be now in 5 5s. And from there, let me hope. I'm going to use this easiest to me. For you can use even exponents or powers due to time. I will now multiply my digit by its place value. Whenever you multiply the digit by its place value, you get the value of that digit. So I will have now 1 times 5 times 5 plus 2 times 5 plus 4 times 1. I've multiplied every digit by its place value. The answer I get, I'll be getting the value of each digit. So 1 times 5 is 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Don't mess up and say 10. You know, someone can write 10. Say, eh? So here I will get 25 plus 2 times 5 is 10. Let me hope I'm correct. Plus 4 times 1 is 4. When you add this, 25 plus 10, 35. Plus 4, I will get 39. That is enough. There are some who prefer to put that this number is in base 10. But when you are reading, it's just 39. You have changed that number to base 10. I think I've used the easiest method. I want everybody, by the end, you pass these questions. There should be no question you should fail around this topic. I will test you. You know, I will teach you well, test you well, and correct you well. You have also a target or a purpose of studying well, testing yourself well, and making corrections well, correct well. Then we shall get the ones. So maybe I can look at another number. Briefly, due to time, I can form maybe a number, maybe in base 6. Can I say 1, 5, perhaps 2? I put here base 6. Let me change it to base 10. Now, when I'm changing to base 10, the easiest to give place values of each digit. This is 1s. The next one here will be 6s. Plural here. Our last word always is in plural. The plural form of 6 is 6s. So Since we end with S, it's like that. The next one will be 6 sixes. Let me hope I'm very clear. From there, I multiply every digit by its place value. The answer I get will be the value of that digit. So I get the value of this one. How do I get the value of this one? I multiply this one by the place values. This is now 1 times 6 times 6 plus 5 times 6 plus 2 times 1. This one becomes 36 plus 30 plus 2. Let me hope I'm not very fast, my beloved viewers. When I add, let me not add badly. 36 plus 30, I get 66. 66 plus 2, I get 68. Now it is in base 10. Finished. I've changed my number to base 10. If you don't mind, you can put it there. But when you're reading, it is just 68. Can we now try to change back? I can change back one of these numbers to base 10. Then you will change one. Back, this one was in base 6. Maybe I can change this one, 68, to base 6. Then for you, will change this 39 to base 5. There is a number we did as a revision under whole numbers, but had not done correction. It could be the highest time we look at it and we summarize. So here, allow me rub here so that we can now change 68 to base 6. 68 to base 6. Or to senary. Base 6 is senary. Now very simple. Whenever you are changing any number which is in base 10 to base 6, you divide. Simple. Draw your ladders. Huh. Let me hope I'm not very fast. 68, which you have changed to base 10. Let's change it back to base 6. We have bananas never wrote. Bones never wrote, not bananas. So I will put my 68 there, my number which is in base 10. I'm changing it to base 6. That is senary. I divide it by 6. 68 divided by 6. 6 divided by 6, this is 1. 8 divided by 6, I divide digit by digit. It will be 1. My remainder will be 2. Then I continue dividing by 6. It will be 11 divided by 6 is 1. Remainder 5. Then still I divide by 6. Someone is waiting. If he can fail to get it. Let's continue and we see 1 divided by 6. 1 is less than 6. Everybody gets nothing. I remain with my 1. And therefore, my answer will be 68 is equivalent to 1, 5, 2, base 6. Don't forget to put there your base. And I've hinted the point. That's just what you do. As long as the number is in base 10, when you are changing to any other base, you divide it by the base which is required. So, my dear viewers, you have a task of also changing that number I gave you to base. It was 39. Base 10. To now quinary. Change it quinary. Quinary, you know it, it's base 5. Check whether you'll get the same answer. Change 39 to quinary. Then, due to time, let me give you another number, just faster. Please change 1, 3, 4. Base 7, I've just also formed it, like the white also form yours. Change it to binary, and I will see the outcome. Next time, I will do the correction of the number I gave you. If I can recall well, it was changed, it was around, I'd written it somewhere here. It was 3, 2, 1, base 4 to base 3. 3, 2, 1, base 4 to base 3. It was ternary. But it is simple. Change first of all this to base 10. Then after changing this number, which is base 4 to base 10, divide by the base. Then you'll find your answer when it is in base 3. I think I've summarized well. Point of advice as I conclude. Whenever you have a target, please aim at it. Be consistent. Practice. If you want a D1, aim at practicing. Do enough practice. You know, when you read the John 14:14 and also Mark chapter 11 verse 24, he will tell you, whatever you pray for in my name, I'll give it to you. So, God will bless the work of your hands. Pray that you want a D1. Then aim at doing enough practice. Enough practice. Enough practice. You will find yourself getting a D1. In all ways. There will be no way how you'll miss a D1, I swear. So, have a target. Aim at that. If you are fond of not practicing, please, there is no disease which leads to life. Kill that kind of no concentration, aim and target. You will hit the point. I remain Mangen Bernard. That's my MTN. Email, I gave it last time. You can send just on WhatsApp. You have used Mangen Bernard. Thank you so much for listening. Saba Sajja awangale.
P7 mathematics kati abasiniya eyokuna aba P7 muve mu ddiiro kati abasiniya eyokuna muva mujja mu ddiiro omusomesa nammwe yatuuse dda mu ddakiika ntono nnyo nga tumaze okukola ku nsimbi tugenda kuba tutandika class eya O-level oba siniya eyokuna n'owa siniya eyokusatu tuula n'owa siniya 1 tunaawe tuula ebintu bino tebisosola monna mutambuliramu n'owa siniya 2 monna mutuule mu ddiiro kwata pen yo tunoonya pen ndala noonya big pen big crystal pen gy'oba okwata kubanga eyoka eyakkiriziddwa okuba ng'ekozesebwa ng'omuyizi okusobola okuyita ebigezo byo ayagala okubeera ku shuwadi okuyita kozesa big pen n'olwekyo gy'oba okwata weetegeke bulungi nnyo mu kirasi yaffe. Maryland High School wali Entebbe tutambula nabo essomero ery'omulembe nnyo one A-level nga osomesa arts ne sciences ebisulo balina bya mulembe nnyo nawe otuukayo obeerabireko ojja kukkiriza nti ddala abasajja balina amasomero ate bw'otuuka ga Green Hill Schools ago nago olabira ddala nti abasajja bazimbye amasomero ate nga tebakuma kuzimba bizimbe birungi naye nga n'omutindo gwe bawa abayizi munda mu bibiina gw'amaanyi nnyo ddala amasomero ga Green Hill Schools okubira ddala ku ga primary okutuukira ddala ate ku ga secondary. Tutambula ffenna wano mu somera mu ddiiro lyo tugenda kumumulamu katono nnyo ate tukomewo ng'eyongereyo ne sinya ey'okunatokaawo.
somera mu ddiiro lyo ng'ewagiddwa Maryland High School erisangibwa Entebbe. Ssomero ly'abawala n'abalenzi tusomesa arts ne sciences okuviira ddala ku siniya esooka okutuukira ddala ku siniya ey'omukaaga nga lisangibwa mu kifo ekiweweevu obulungi. Tulina ebisulo eby'omulembe, science laboratory, ssaako ne computer lab wamu ne.
She gives you her number, but your pen didn't work and the bus is gone. Get a pen you can rely on. Big Crystal, the long-lasting pen with perfect ink flow.
wamu ne.
Green Hill Academy has high standards of learning and the teachers are very good. They give you a sense of belonging.
Green Hill has helped me to discover my talent.
The environment is good.
Encouraged us children to be excellent.
wamu ne
Kids Kingdom Kindergarten and Daycare somero ly'abaana bato omuzadde leeta omwana ogenda okola ebibyo ebyokuzanyisa by'abaana byonna mu nsi tubirina ate ng'abaana we bazannyira wagazi nnyo jjukira security enka amasomero gonna gali mu kikomera abasomesa be tulina bakugu mu baana abaana tubaliisa bulungi nnyo munnange tulina main campus e Buddo Naggalabi nga bwakayisa Buddo Junior.
Kyakabi ku Airtel. Fuka nantamegwa mu kitundu kyo, oddizibwe airtime wa bitundu 3 ku buli 10 mbagirawo. Ky'olina okukola kwe kugulira mikwano gyo n'abooluganda lwo airtime ng'oyita ku My Airtel app. Wanula My Airtel app okuva ku Google Play oba ku App Store. Tewali komo ku airtime gw'ogula, tewali bisale byonna bikugibwako. Jjukira nti okuddizibwa ebitundu 3 ku buli 10 ebya airtime olina okuba ng'omugulidde ennamba ndala